Hello everyone and welcome to Early Years Explorers. I'm your host, Afaf Zaidan, and today's episode is dedicated to our parent listeners. We're talking about something universal, supporting your child's social emotional development and raising emotionally strong, confident, resilient children in a world that never slows down. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Now, if you're a parent with a school-aged child, you know how life is. You have work schedules, school events, sports clubs, after-school activities, birthday parties every weekend, and of course, the screen time battles. But one thing we all share is this deep desire to raise children who are kind, confident, and ready for life. So today, we're diving into what social emotional development really means, why it's the foundation of everything, how to build it at home, no matter your culture, background, or parenting style, and why it matters so much. Before we begin, I wanted to share a video about why I do what I do, followed by a personal story, because you see, this didn't come to me through a textbook. It came through life experiences of being a parent, and being a teacher helped, of course.
I guess my education journey started when my children were very young. I wanted to move out of the business sector and I wanted to be there for my children's education milestone journey as well. I did the next best thing. I became a teacher and I've been there for my children and I haven't looked back since. It's been the best decision that I've ever made. Teaching children is an adventure. There's no day that's the same as the day before. Teachers wear many hats. We are there to support, we're there to guide. We are there not only to teach these children, but we're there for all their milestones, their successes, their mistakes, how they learn from them. So it's this belief and that passion of coming in every day and doing what's needful for each child and differentiating between all the children. This is the passion that keeps me going, and this is why I've been doing it for so long.
Let me take you back on a personal journey of mine. You see, I became a mum when I was very young enough that I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I'm now a proud mother of 4, but way back when, I had no clue what I was doing. Let me put this in context for you. Yes, I'm Australian, but I'm also an Arab. Now, if you're an Arab listening in or watching this, you'll immediately understand we have a cultural rule, and that is the first grandson must be named after the grandfather. True? Some of you are probably nodding. This is not negotiable. It ends there. It's an unspoken law. But you see, we were young and probably a bit rebellious, and our surname was Zaidan, pronounced Zidane in Arabic. And my son was born after the 1998 FIFA World Cup final between France and Brazil. If you know anything about football or soccer, whichever term you use, you may know there was a famous player during that time with the same surname. So we thought it would be cool and honestly iconic to name our son Zainuddin. Zainuddin Zidane. You see where this is going now, right? I have a son, yes, who is named Zainuddin Zidane. Now, Zain was my trial and error baby, the child I leaned everything on. I had no clue what I was doing when I was pregnant. I bought a book. Yes, a book. Because this was before Google or internet in its full glory. Anyway, getting back to it. The book was called What to Expect When You're Expecting. It told me everything I needed to know about being pregnant and pregnancy. Now, when he was born, I was lost. I had no clue what to do. So I was back to that trial and error parenting style, and that was tough now. Fast forward 18 years, and he's now packing for university. We live in Qatar, which has been our home for the past 18 years. So he was going home to study all the way back in Australia. Now, in some cultures, families are pretty tight-knit. Kids don't leave. We don't even let them go to the mall without these having 3 phone calls, a group chat, an update, and a location pin. Now, even though he was going home and staying with my family, I felt that universal parenting heartbreak. And what I worried about wasn't academics. It wasn't grades or exams or university rankings. It was, will he know how to cope? Was he ready for this change? This is huge. He's going to a different country. Will he be confident? Will he bounce back when things get hard? Will he manage stress? Will he take care of himself? Is he emotionally ready? That's when I realized everything I wanted for him was social emotional learning. Not math, not science, not memorizing facts. Now, I don't know if you've ever had a child leave the nest, but let me tell you, it's like watching your heart walk out of your body and you have no control. But you just smile and say, I'm so proud of you. So as we continue, I want to ask you something. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world. What skills do you truly want your child to have by the time they grow up? We're not talking about grades, not how many activities they were enrolled in, and not how many certificates they've earned. Skills. Think about it and hold your answers. Because if you're thinking confidence, emotional strength, empathy, resilience, communication, responsibility, and patience, well, everything we're about to discuss ties directly to the future you envision for your child. It all comes down to social emotional learning. So what is social emotional learning? A lot of parents hear the acronyms SEL and think it's about manners. But SEL is much deeper. It's understanding emotions, managing big feelings, building healthy relationships, showing kindness and empathy, communicating clearly, making thoughtful decisions, developing confidence, and knowing how to calm yourself when life gets overwhelming. And boy, does life get overwhelming. Every child in every culture needs these skills. Here's the science. When children feel emotionally safe and understood, their brain becomes ready for learning. When they feel stressed or overwhelmed, their brain goes into survival mode. And learning shuts down. This is why when your child is having a meltdown in the mall, it's not that they're misbehaving. Their emotional brain is simply louder than their thinking brain. And listen, if you've ever given in for peace, you're not alone. We all have those, just take the iPad, please. We all have those moments. But social emotional learning reminds us that boundaries are love, consistency is comfort, and emotional safety is everything. Parenting today is a whole different challenge. These kids grow up surrounded by iPads, Roblox, TikTok, WhatsApp, Instagram filters, YouTube, Fortnite, and about 10,000 emojis. Sometimes my kids send me messages using emojis, and I'm left trying to interpret these, like the crying emoji, for example. I'm like, is she crying? Is she laughing? Because there's so many. There's the one with the one tear, the waterfall, the dramatic soap opera one. There's too many to keep up with. Screens connect our children, but they also disconnect them. They can type, I miss you, but they struggle to say it. They can send a voice note, but freeze during a real conversation. They can like a post, but they struggle with conflict face to face. And this is universal. Doesn't matter where you come from or what your parenting style is. Whether your child is in Doha, Australia, Cairo, London, or Manila, the digital world is shaping them, whether we like it or not. That's why social emotional learning is essential. Because screens can teach us entertainment, but only real humans can teach empathy, patience, and resilience. Let's talk about what the research says. You see, studies from Harvard, the American Psychological Association, and global child development experts show that social emotional learning literally builds stronger brain connections. Children with high SEL perform better academically. Emotional safety improves memory and problem solving. Too much screen time reduces empathy. Children need those real interactions to develop social skills. Social emotional learning builds resilience, the most important life skill. Now let's get practical. Here's how you can build social emotional learning at home, easily, naturally, and daily, because that's where it starts. It starts at home before anything else. Talk about feelings. This doesn't have to be complicated. Just use simple conversations like, you look upset. What happened? That made you happy, didn't it? I'm feeling tired today. This normalizes emotions. Practice problem-solving skills. Instead of jumping in to fix things, try. What could we try? Simply. What do you think we should do first? You see, children grow through thinking, not through us rescuing them. Build independence. Give small responsibilities like putting on their shoes, packing their bags, and just helping with simple tasks. Set the table and praise their efforts. You worked hard. You didn't give up. Support self-regulation. Teach them some calming strategies. If I've learned anything from these children nowadays, is that nobody has patience. Nobody knows how to calm down. So you need to teach these calming strategies. Take deep breaths. Count. Hug a toy. Do some drawing. Have a calm down corner. This teaches them how to reset. This is a skill that adults still struggle with, believe me. Strengthening relationships. Now, just 10 minutes a day of one-to-one time makes all the difference. No phone, no multitasking, just connection. Call it special time. Noon time, mama time, or baba time, whichever. These moments build emotional safety. And emotional safety builds strong children. There's no ifs, whats, or buts about it. It's that simple. So this brings us to the end. And as we close today's episode, I want to say this. If you're listening, reflecting, trying, you're probably doing an incredible job already. You see, parenting doesn't require perfection. Just presence, patience, and a bit of humor along the way. Wherever you are raising your child in this world, the truth is the same. Children don't need perfect parents. They need connected ones. Now, I would love to hear from you. So please share your questions, thoughts, and experiences in the comments of this podcast. I mean, this is a new way of me doing this podcast for you. Believe me, I will read every message. Your feedback helps me create more episodes like this. And trust me, I have so much more to say. Thank you for tuning in to Early Years Explorers and today's episode on social emotional learning. I hope it's offered you reassurance, insight, and practical ideas that you can carry into everyday life with your child. Remember, those big feelings, tricky moments, and small successes at home are all part of your child's learning journey. And you are the greatest guide. Until next time, keep exploring, keep listening, and keep celebrating the wonderful work you do as parents.